Hello everyone and welcome. If you are new, I am your host Leah Apocrypha and it is a pleasure to meet you. If you are returning, welcome back soul family. I love you guys. Hugs. If you are new, I hope that you'll take a look at the description box down below, at least to see the disclaimers, but I also have my tarot decks and information down there as well if you're interested. And I hope that you'll consider joining this little soul family that we have going on here. It would be lovely to have you guys. So thank you so very much for being here. I have to make this video kind of quick because in a little less than an hour I have to take a shower to get ready for work. So let's just jump right into it. I wanted to share energy, see what's up with you guys, see what's going on in the collective or in our energy. So I hope that everyone is doing well. It's been ups and downs, huh? So I see these cards flipped up. Let's see what they are. We have the Queen of Swords upright. This is the Amazon, it says. Then we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Salamander. We have the Two of Cups, the Unicorn, upright. And then we have the High Priestess, who is the Fortune Teller. And we have the Nine of Cups, the Kraken. Underneath the deck, we have the Two of Swords, which is the Ghost. Okay. Give me a moment, please, to feel into this. The Queen of Swords. She's looking at what looks like a crow. She's looking at this bird. There's this aspect of her that seems to be looking with gratitude, in awe. Despite everything that she's been through, because we see arrows, arrows, arrows. She has her foot on, I'm not sure what that is. They might be vlogs. Imagine if it was dynamite. And we have a snake coming out of a skull. It's like despite what she has been through, fighting and fighting, she sees the beauty in nature. She's grateful for the sun, for the birds. She is a hardy woman, whether you're male or female, okay? She is the Queen of Swords. Out of all the queens, she would be the quickest to cut your head off. But in this moment, she has her guard down. Not necessarily, she has her sword up, but she's paying attention around her. So there's this feeling that I'm getting here. If you want happiness, if you want that sun to shine through, then you have to some degree, let your guard down. You have to hold gratitude for the experiences and the beauty around you. The Queen of Swords, not only is she the quickest to cut someone's head off, but she is the best at conveying how she feels. She may sometimes be in her mind, but she always is trying to be as honest and as open as she can. She's a warrior. She's a fighter. No matter what she's been through, it has toughened her up. She is beautiful inside and out. People may take her for granted. Just because you're strong doesn't mean that you're not smart. Don't ever take a queen for granted. With this skull here and the snake, I'm seeing you have gone through transformation after transformation, and it has brought you healing. Or that is where you currently are, or that is what you need. To be grateful for the situations and the people, the places, the things around you. Hold gratitude for what is really meaningful to you. And to heal from the past. Just because you are strong doesn't mean you have to play face. You don't have to have a poker face in life, right? Some people might think that you do, but when you're wearing masks, you're not allowing people to see who you really are. It's going to be hard to build connections off a false foundation. But the Queen of Swords is honest. So keep your honesty. Keep moving forward. Keep seeing life with a beautiful, fresh pair of eyes. Keep holding gratitude. And keep working on that healing. And the snake is green, so it is making me think of the heart chakra. You have gone through so many transformations. It has made you hard, but you're still soft. No matter how much you work out, you're still a fleshy human that can still get hurt. There are aspects of you on the outside that have also transformed. But you're trying to also transform on the inside, which you have. But I see there needs to be more space and more time that you allow yourself to heal on the inside. Just like working out, right? Just because you work out 1 week in a row doesn't mean you're immediately going to lose 10 pounds or, you know, become 5 sizes smaller or something, you know? It takes continuous practice. It takes effort. It takes repetition. And it takes time. Healing on the inside and the outside takes time. We can sit in nature and be in the moment and appreciate everything that is happening around us. But when it comes to delving deeper into yourself, you need more time than just a quick moment. Allow yourself the space and the time to figure that out. The next card that we have is the Ace of Wands. The Salamander. You're camouflaging something. You're not admitting something. Wands is about passion, motivation, drive, inspiration, spirituality. You feel camouflaged. So it's like you may be hiding an aspect of what you're passionate about to other people or yourself. The Ace of Wands is about wanting to move forward and have that new beginning in a creative project, a creative pursuit, in whatever inspires you. But it's blocked. I just saw 1010. So there are times that you feel motivated and you want to do something that inspires you, and you want to share that with other people, but you don't. Maybe there's an aspect of you that feels like your art, your music, your talent is going to blend in with the crowd, with everyone else's. But you are unique. Everyone is unique. No matter what you think, you are not anyone else. So therefore, your work will never truly be able to compare it to anyone else's. And likewise, no one else's to yours. That's like comparing apples and oranges. Don't be afraid of people comparing your work to other people. Your art, your tarot readings, your music, your fashion sense, your whatever it is that you're talented in, that you're skilled in, or that you're trying to develop. Don't think that you're going to blend into the crowd. Think instead, no matter what, I'm just going to convey how I feel. I'm going to practice what I desire. If other people don't appreciate it, that's fine. But it means so much for me to look back on my journey and to see how far I have come. Do this for yourself and for the people who love you and support you. Do it because you want to reach other people and inspire them to do the same. 1, 2, 2, 3. You want to move forward and take the steps necessary, or you already have, but you're just trying to gain a following. You're trying to gain traction in whatever it is. Something that is very sad. When I was in school, I did a paper on Vincent van Gogh, and something that I came to find, according to history and resources, is that during Vincent van Gogh's lifetime, his art was never really appreciated. In the beginning, his art was kind of like everyone else's. It fit the era of art of that time. It wasn't until he started having, issues, and he ended up in the asylum, that his art started to change. And if you look at his art throughout, the time that he was creating, you will see a literal transition from one style to it kind of becomes different. The saddest thing is that while he was alive, people didn't really truly appreciate his art. It wasn't until after, when he had passed, and years later, that people started to really, really appreciate his art. How sad. He deserved the recognition while he was alive. And how I just saw 1414. You need to change your perspective and stop caring necessarily if people receive your art or not. Start doing it with all your heart, body, mind, and soul. Put that into your art and people will feel it. It's like you think that your art is not going to be appreciated. I saw 1444. You feel like people will just compare you to other people. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you, excuse me, is that you pour your energy and your time and your love into your craft. And that will make it stand out. People can feel the energy. Have you ever walked through a museum or something and you're like, I have no idea what their inspiration for this piece was, but I feel something. I feel something from it. It's like art, music, all of this. These are things that every culture has built, every culture has within their society. And it's beautiful. So it's kind of like a universal language, so to speak, like music, art, dance, all of that stuff. You don't have to know the language of that culture to feel something from the art, to feel something from the music, or the dance, or the fashion, or whatever the case is. I feel like you are a creative, a very creative person, but you stifle yourself. You hold yourself back from really just expressing it all, laying it all out on the table for people to see, because you may be fearful that people will not receive you. Or you may be fearful that you might blend in. But look, this salamander, look at all these shapes, all these lines, all these squiggles. It's not a typical salamander, that's for damn sure. From afar, maybe it might blend in a little bit, but when people really give you a chance, they see your inner workings. They see how powerful you are, how much you put into your work, and they appreciate it, and they see it, and they're proud of you. People who really care, who really pay attention, will see the pearl in the oyster. You know what I'm saying? They're not just gonna see the oyster on the outside looking all like scraggly or whatever. When they see you open up, they see the pearl. They see the beauty. They see that you put your all into it. And people are going to receive you well. As long as you do you. You do what you feel called to do, what makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting anyone else or any other creature, you will be received well. This is the Two of Cups, the unicorn. You see, you were afraid that you would blend in. But in fact, you're a fucking unicorn. No unicorn blends in. No. You can see a range full of horses. And if there were a unicorn, or a Pegasus, or an alicorn or something, you'd pick that shit out from the crowd. It's not hard to see something so unique, like a unicorn. Even if you were amongst a bunch of other unicorns, every unicorn's a different color, a different, size, different style. Every unicorn's different. Two of Cups, I feel like people are going to see how much you put into your work, and they're going to see that beauty. It's going to be beautiful. People might want to eventually collaborate with you. People might reach out to you eventually and say, hey, your art, your music, your dance, your fashion, your whatever, it inspires me. Thank you. But you'll never know that if you still are too afraid to convey how you really feel, to put all of that into your projects, into your passion. You are beautiful. You are unique. You are your own person. Why try to be what someone else is? Why want to be a copy of someone else's work? Again, the Queen of Swords, be in the moment. Appreciate what you have. Appreciate what you've been through. And see the finer things in life are not just physical objects. The finer things in life are things that make you peaceful and happy. Nature. Just looking up at a bird. You know, I could be having a stressful day and I come home and at my parents' house, on top of their doorway, they have a bird's nest. And every year these birds keep coming back. There was one year that last year, we had to take down the nest. And we were sad about it because ants got up there. There was a bird that ended up dying in the nest. Ants got up there. We had to take it down. And they're back. I can't tell you how happy it makes me every single fucking time I see them. Especially when the baby birds have hatched and you just see like this big beak and like you don't see eyes or anything. You just see like 3 hairs. It's so fucking cute. But it just makes me so happy. Like, I could be having a shitty day, I could be stressed out, I could be in my head, and I see that, and I just, in that moment, I'm just so grateful for nature. 2211. So grateful and so inspired and happy. In that one moment, just seeing these little birds, right? And they're beautiful. It makes me so happy. Now, of course, you know, with nature comes, you know, bird poop, but hey, I'd rather have bird poop on the floor and have a beautiful nest, a family that feels safe. It feels like so beautiful. I don't know. My parents, they felt sad. They didn't want to, you know, keep the nest there. I'm like, how could you not? Like, it's beautiful. Like, of all places, they choose your doorway. That's a blessing. That is such a blessing. You know, they feel safe enough around us that they come back every single fucking year. That's beautiful. You don't see that in other people's houses. You know? Like, they're not even our pets, and they're always coming back every year. Anyway, it makes me so happy. It brings in that sunshine. It's like, despite all of the physical objects that I have, I could come into my room and, you know, of course I'm grateful and I might feel inspired by seeing certain things, but it's not like seeing those birds. Seeing those birds is just so beautiful. To see the parent birds and the little scraggly baby birds just like, you know, it's cute. And if you make a sound and then they're like, it's like, well, okay, I'm not trying to get you started, alright? It's beautiful. If you feel like you're having writer's block or you're feeling stuck, go out in nature, quite literally. I'm not just saying look up pictures or look up nature sounds or nature music or whatever. I understand that not everyone has access to a park, for example. But you could go for a walk and listen. I'm not saying listen to the people talking and chattering and being loud around you if you live in a big city or something. Listen, what else do you hear? Do you hear birds? Do you see any birds? Did you spot, like, from the corner of your eye a bug and, like, it's luring you to this little area that's, like, green? Whether it's a a ladybug or a butterfly or a spider if you like spiders or something. Like, it's so beautiful and so interesting to watch nature, to watch birds, or to watch whatever. Okay? To be in that energy of receiving. You are receiving that energy, that beauty of nature. Despite what you have been through, it doesn't matter what you look like on the inside or outside. You can take a moment to appreciate the beauty around you. And people will also appreciate that. People will see that you are coming to balance, that you are more grounded and inspired. Not only does being in nature ground you, but it is inspiring. So many people that lose their inspiration, they go out in nature and all of a sudden they're full of ideas. Why? Because they have allowed themselves the time and space, whether they wanted to or not. Whatever has led them there, at that moment that they allow themselves, they are brought, like, so many ideas will be brought into their mind, because they allow themselves the time and the energy to appreciate that space. I hope I'm making sense. So let's move on with the High Priestess, the fortune teller. The High Priestess here. You are coming into your inner wisdom. You are taking your time to delve deeper into yourself. And if you have not, this is the time to do so. Today is the 10th. So my readings are timeless, so no matter what day you watch it, if it resonates, it resonates. But today is a solar eclipse, I believe. It's the time to eclipse things out. It's the time to bring in new energy. And speaking of which, we have here what looks like a phoenix in a cage. A phoenix, as you know, rises from the ashes. Its cycle, it lives in cycles, but it's never truly dead. The fact that it's in a cage, I feel like you feel caged literally to some degree, whether it's because of your circumstances, your job, the people around you, your family, some of your friends. You feel caged. I kind of feel like you speak your mind and people might be like, shut up, like, your ideas don't mean anything or whatever. Fuck that. If those people exist around you, distance yourself. You don't deserve to be around people that are going to stifle your new beginning, or stifle your growth or your inspiration. Why? Just because they can't get off their ass and make their dreams come true? No thank you. You stand in your own power. It doesn't fucking matter what anyone else says. You do what you feel called to in your heart. And if people can't support you, if they're like, your ideas are stupid, oh, that's lame, oh, that's been done a million times, but they have no constructive criticism, they just talk shit. Because there's a difference between constructive criticism, which is always necessary and always appreciated, or it should be, versus someone just talking shit just because they talking shit. You need to know the difference. Surround yourself with people who give you constructive criticism, but who want to see you grow, who want to maybe even collaborate with you, to work with you, or to help inspire each other. The people who talk shit, move on by. You know what I'm saying? If you are the sum of who you hang out with, who are you hanging out with that's making you feel like a caged bird? Surround yourself with people, places, and things that inspire you. This is a little side note, but we see here the fortune teller, right? She is reading tarot. She has a crystal ball. She's in her zone. Be in the element. Surround yourself not only by people, but by physical objects. Surround yourself in an energy, a place where you want to be, where you feel inspired to be. And declutter, get rid of the rest of the shit that is stifling your growth or your inspiration. It's like, for example, I've given private readings that there have been a couple of people that they want to meet up in person for a reading. But I do say, you know, because of COVID, it's safer, it's easier, you know, it's easier for both of us. You don't have to get out, you know, get uncomfortable. And I have all my shit right here. I already have my setup. I have all my cards. I don't have to travel with them, worrying about them getting damaged or folded up or whatever. I'm in this space that I have already created to do this exact task. She surrounds herself with candles, with divinatory tools, with symbols of death and rebirth, with things that inspire her. Her space is a sacred space where she is capable of doing her work. If you're an artist, surround yourself with art that inspires you. You're a musician, you probably already surround yourself with music that inspires you. It doesn't mean you have to literally clutter your surrounding with objects, but if that will help bring in some inspiration, like if you have a favorite artist, either like art or music, why not get one picture frame and put your favorite work of theirs on your wall right next to where you do your art or where you sing or where you practice your music. Surround your space and yourself with people, places, and things that inspire you. Follow your inner guidance. Follow what it is that you feel called to do. It doesn't fucking matter what other people think. They don't like it, there's the motherfucking door. Peace. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like it. All I'm asking for is your understanding and your support. If you don't like it, that's okay. But I'm not here to kiss your ass. I'm here to do some work. My work is different from your work. That's different from someone else's work. Someone can be in the military and love it. Someone can be a counselor and love it. Someone can be a teacher. Someone can be an artist. Someone can be just working retail, but on the side they're trying to get their shit together and build more on their craft. Music, art, dance, theater, whatever the fuck it is. You are creative. Stop telling yourself that you're not. Embrace the differences that you have from other artists or from other musicians or from other tarot readers. Whatever the case is, stand in your power. Excuse me. Be who you really are here to be. We are all here with a different purpose. That doesn't make any purpose better or worse or more important than any other. We cannot have a society without all of the people that work, right? What would we do if no one wanted to do the dirty jobs? It is still a valuable thing. Don't think just because you're a janitor. I've been there. I've been a janitor before. I hate cleaning up after people who are completely capable of doing it themselves. These grown-ass adults, I worked at, it was like a cable company kind of thing. I didn't work for the cable company, but I would like clean some of their buildings and other buildings as well. This was a long time ago. And they literally, you know, at the front desk, each person had a trash can near their fucking feet. And every day I come into work and see papers all over the fucking desk, all over the fucking floor. Like, do you know how to use a trash can? It's literally right at your fucking feet. All you have to do is look down and put the trash in the trash can. By God, is that so hard? Like, just because someone be cleaning up your shit doesn't mean you have to leave your shit all over the place just because someone's gonna clean it. Like, come on now. You're a grown-ass adult. Like, do you know how to use a trash can? I'm sorry. But my point is, I digress. My point is, every job is important. In the grand scheme of how society holds itself together, what would we do if no one came to pick up the trash? What would we do if no one would work construction and fix the roads? What would we do if no one wanted to get their hands down and dirty? If no one wanted to work plumbing, what would we do? We'd have to do it our damn selves, right? And no one wants to do that, right? But these people, they deserve credit. They deserve gratitude for them doing those jobs. No one else wants to do them. And they are important. Don't think that your job is not important just because you are a cashier or just because you pick up trash or whatever the case is. Your work is important and we are grateful. I'm grateful. So whether you're cleaning up shit or you're helping people, thank you just the same. Thank you for the work that you do. But what this is telling me is, first of all, don't feel like your work isn't appreciated. It is. But if you feel like that's not what you want to be doing and you want to be doing something else, then do something else. No one is holding you back but you. You want to find a new job. I understand that now that COVID is lifting up, now that people are coming out, like they're looking for jobs again and stuff, but there's more. Don't feel like you have to just go with this just because, you know, if you're currently working and you're still working, then you have time to look for other places. Don't feel constricted. Don't feel like just because I'm working this that I have to work this for the rest of my life. No, you don't. You can use this as a stepping stone to focus on your art, your projects, your music, your dancing, your singing, your whatever the fuck it is, your tarot readings. Surround yourself with what inspires you. And let go of the rest. And you'll come to find that when you have like a vision board or you have something, like even if it's just one piece of art that inspires you, or you know, if you have like, let's say on your wall you have CDs or CD cases, whatever, CD album covers, surround yourself with things that inspire you. If you don't like a cluttered space, doesn't mean you can't have one picture frame with one picture or something, you know? Even if, like, let's say you have a very simplistic, minimalistic kind of home or something, but you want something to incorporate some kind of artistic thing that has a meaning of intuition or something. Look, boom, it's a card, a Pokemon card, a psychic energy. That's one thing. If you're not into the visual clutter, if it's too much for you, this is probably freaking you out. But I digress. Anyway, then put one thing. Put what really inspires you then. The more likely you are to have one thing that really inspires you, the more likely you are to really find what inspires you. I hope that's making sense. Believe in yourself. Believe in your capabilities. Trust in yourself and the inner guidance that you're getting. If you want to do art or music or dance or acting or whatever the fuck it is, learn more about it. Delve deeper into it. Surround yourself with that. If you are what you surround yourself with, then who and what are you surrounding yourself with? Is it things that inspire you to create, to be who you want to be? Or is it just things of your past that just hold you back? You are the high priestess, whether you're male or female. Each and every single one of us has this within us. It's just up to us to acknowledge it and to embrace it and to work upon it or not. But in truth, we all have the capability. You know within you what works for you. And if you don't, then figure it out. Do what you love. Do what makes you happy. Do what you feel called to do. There's a reason why you feel it so strongly in your heart. It's because that's your purpose. That's where you should be focusing your time and energy on, is what is in your heart. Not what you think other people say you should do. No. It's what you feel in your heart. Of course, as long as you have a stable foundation and you're making money for yourself and all that shit. My time is coming to an end, so I have to be quick. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay? So you are the high priestess, whether you're male or female. You know what it is that you want, then go out and get it. You know what I'm saying? You got this. Believe in yourself. So here we have the Nine of Cups, the Kraken. You may be having overwhelming emotions right now. You may be kind of like flailing around, and sometimes you know what you want. Sometimes you're just living the mundane day-to-day life, whatever the case is. But the Nine of Cups is standing within yourself and being emotionally independent within yourself. In this card, we see emotional distress, strife, difficulty. But the Nine of Cups really symbolizes personal, emotional fulfillment. So again, do what makes you happy. Do what you feel called to do. Do what you love. No matter what other people say, as long as you're not raping and murdering other people, as long as you're not harming other people or animals or anything like that. I saw 43. Then who the fuck cares what they say? Again, they don't like it. There's the motherfucking door. You stand in your own power. You do what makes you happy. And people who really support you and really love you, they're gonna stick around. All the better for you. Because then the people who don't really care, they're gonna drop like flies. And you might end up being in an emotional state where you're like, who are my friends? Like, I thought this person was my friend, and then they just stopped talking to me. They ghosted me. Whatever the case is, that's their decision. The Two of Swords. That is a decision. If they can't support you and love you, I saw 4440. If they can't love you and support you and see that you're happy building your foundation for yourself, trying to build your emotional fulfillment, there's the door. Let them leave. Then that creates space, time, and energy, momentum, and all of that for what you should surround yourself with that will inspire you, people, places, and things. It's okay to have emotional distress or confusion, like it happens to all of us. But that is when we need to sit with ourselves and follow our intuition and go within ourselves to figure it out. You have it within you to find this balance. Find it. It's beautiful. You deserve it. You deserve to be happy. You do. You deserve to pursue your dreams. I saw 4555, but you need to make changes of the people, places, and things around you. So, let's see. I have a little bit of time left. Let's see if I can get maybe a couple more cards. This one immediately wants to fall out. Let's see. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. It's Pisces. So I see about balance, right? Like yin and yang. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. What this is telling me is it's important for you to balance your dreams, your ideas, your desires with action. Balance spirituality, like what it is that fuels your heart, that makes you passionate, that makes you happy. Balance that out with the practicality of what you need to do in the mundane world, right? So if you always want to be drawing and singing and dancing and playing music, but you got a job, obviously you have to work around it. That doesn't mean that you can't, though. You just have to find balance in your life. Balance what it is that you put your time and energy into. That's important. Underneath, don't let your past hold you back. This is the South Node. Okay? So there's something here that you need to let go of. Person, place, or thing. Again, that's okay. It's okay to drift apart. But surround yourself with people who genuinely want to see you succeed. Okay? So let's get from here. It would be interesting if the inspiration card fell out. Ooh, all these cards want to come out. I'm just going to take them. Let's see. Underneath we have dreams. Follow your dreams. Let it come true. The only thing that's keeping your dreams from coming true is you acting upon it or not. So we have grieving and we have strength. I saw 48. Grieving, it's like, again, don't let the past hold you back. It doesn't fucking matter if people have told you, oh, well, your art sucks, or like, oh, your music is whatever. Like, are you putting yourself out there? Usually the people who talk shit are the ones who ain't doing shit. Funny how that works, huh? So are you really gonna take heed to what someone says who's not doing anything? Don't let the past hold you back. It doesn't fucking matter what people say or think. It's okay to let that go. Those people, places, and things. And to transform. It's important. Transformation is key. Right? At the beginning with the Queen of Swords, we had the skull and the snake. And then with the High Priestess, we had a skull. Not only did we have a skull, which I don't think I mentioned. I think I pointed it out though. We have a skull and we have a phoenix. Transformation is important. I only have like a couple of minutes, you guys, so I'm gonna try and be speedy. So transformation is key to us coming into our dreams. You want a stable foundation, you're gonna have to heal. You're gonna have to lighten up your load by having courage and surround yourself with people, places, and things that love you. I'm getting chills. This is going fast. Talent. You are talented. You need to trust it and believe it with all your heart, mind, body, and fucking soul. Believe it. Dance like no one's looking. Draw, paint, feel like no one's gonna see it but yourself. But put your work out there and you will have new beginnings. Okay? But you have to have the strength to do that, the courage to do that. Okay? Look, and we have more butterflies, and we have little cubs, lions, whatever. We got little critters here. They cute, and they're telling you to be gentle with yourself. Be strong, but be gentle. She's a strong ass bitch. Don't fight her. She's a warrior. She cuts you down, but she's kind and compassionate as well. You need to find balance. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I truly, deeply appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I hope you have a great day. I hope this message resonated.